The next morning, I felt sore and unsettled, like my body was trying to tell me something I didn't have words for yet. I didn't smile, I didn't pretend. I just moved through the day feeling wrong in my own skin, like something inside me had shifted overnight and I didn't know how to get it back. I didn't understand what I was feeling, only that it was heavy and it stayed with me everywhere I went. I just felt wrong, wrong in my skin, wrong in my thoughts, wrong in a world that suddenly didn't feel safe anymore. I didn't have the words for any of it, and I didn't know how to make sense of what was happening inside me. My family lived life because they didn't know what had happened to me. They laughed, they talked, they moved through the days the way families do, unaware that I was sinking inside myself. I don't blame them. They couldn't see what I couldn't speak, but their normalcy made my silence feel even louder. It made me feel even more alone inside something I didn't understand. But I didn't carry it alone. I told my aunt and she told my mother. My mother held me, protected me, and made choices out of her fear of what my dad would do if he found out. She didn't have a guidebook for something like this. She didn't have the right words either, but she stayed close to me and she kept me safe in only way she knew how. I wasn't alone, but I was still trapped inside emotions I didn't understand, trying to make sense of a life that suddenly felt different in every direction. The silence became its own kind of prison, not because I chose it, but because I didn't know how to break it. I didn't have the language. I didn't have the understanding. All I had were feelings too big for a child to hold and nowhere to put them. So they lived inside me, shaping the way I breathed, the way I walked, the way I saw myself. I started to pull away from the world without meaning to. I didn't trust people the same way. I didn't trust myself the same way. I questioned everything, my worth, my safety, my place in this world. I didn't know how to be a child anymore. Not when something inside me felt broken in a way I couldn't explain. And that's what people don't understand. The aftermath isn't loud, it isn't dramatic, it's quiet, it's internal. It's the slow unraveling of who you were supposed to grow into. It's the confusion that settles into your bones. It's the shame that doesn't belong to you, but still finds a way to cling to your skin. It's the fear that follows you into adulthood, long after everyone else has forgotten anything happened. That was the prison I lived in, not made of bars or walls, but of silence, confusion, and a childhood that no longer fit me. A prison built out of something I didn't choose, didn't understand, and didn't have the power to escape. And even though time kept moving, I stayed stuck in that moment, trying to figure out how to exist in a world that suddenly felt unsafe, trying to figure out who I was now, trying to understand how something I couldn't name had changed everything about me. This chapter isn't about the event, it's about the aftermath. The confusion, the fear, the shame, the silence, and the way my world shifted before I even had the words for it. What happened to me was personal, but what happens to children everywhere is crisis. And chapter 6 is where I say that out loud.